From Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida, welcome to Guts, the action sports show that's gonna make you sweat. And now, today's fearless players wearing the breathless blue from Lakeview Middle School. Quick, Nick, Ledvora! Wildcat, Wheaton! Hello everyone, I'm Mike O'Malley. Welcome to the Extreme Arena, home of Nickelodeon Guts, the action sports show where kids live out their greatest sports fantasies. Today our players will once again be competing in 4 fantastic events, and after that they'll get a chance of tackling our radical rock, the Aggro Crag, where almost anything can happen. The player with the most points at the end of all of our events is the winner, and he or she will be able to take home a glowing piece of our awesome rock. Now remember folks, all of our events here on Guts are specifically designed with our players' safety in mind. They will be wearing safety equipment, and we'll have a professional stunt director and stunt spotters with them at all times, so please do not try this at home. Now the basketball game's ready to start, and you're squaring off for a jump ball with Carl Malone. Your teammates are counting on the tip. Can you do it? Well, on Guts, we'll increase your odds with an elastic cord. Jump ball, a new elastic sports event on Guts. Let's go to our referee, Maura Quirk, for the rules. Mo.
Hey there, Mike. At the sound of my whistle, all 3 players will jump off the aerial bridge towards the center post. Players will have 7 chances to tip the jump ball into their zone. The player with the most jump balls in their zone wins. Mike. All
right, so our players getting ready to square off as they climb up the aerial bridge. They are hanging from cords 30 feet in the air. And we're going to give a little leap to their jump right here with these elastic cords. Looks like they're ready.
On your mark, get set.
All right, and so the first jump ball up for grabs. The tip, it's up. Oh! And so you see right there, folks, you cannot be tentative with your tip. As it was initially hit by one player, knocked back into the blue section.
On your mark, get set.
All right, so let's see if the two-handed technique will come in handy again. And purple hitting it that, but not pushing it far enough. It fell in the red section. So I believe the red player gets that point with not even touching the ball.
On your mark, get set.
All right, so Rachel's going to have to really hit it a lot harder with those 2 hands. And oh, there she scores right there. We have a 3-way tie, so all 3 of our players battling for that. It landed in the purple section, however.
On your mark, get set.
So it is a head-to-head competition today, folks. Oh, again landing in the purple. All 3 of our players touching it, it bouncing off, and then back into the blue purple section.
On your mark, get set.
All right, so as they go up right here. Oh, yes, look at that, folks. The second effort on that tap right there as Rachel in purple caught that last one and then threw it. I'm not sure where that last one landed, but we will go. The judges will confer on what it is, and they're ready for another jump ball.
On your mark, get set.
All right, so red scored on that last one. I've got the confirmation for the judges, but that last one landed in blue, folks. It is a really close score. 2-2. 1 jump ball left. 300 points for first place, up for grabs on this tip.
On your mark, get set.
All right, so all of our players in this head-to-head competition battling. Where's it going to end? Blue scores that one. It goes off a red. Purple hits it. Goes off a red. Tip back into blue. What a first event to start our day here, folks. Let's go to Mo for the results.
Well, Mike, in first place was Nick in blue with 3, and tied in second place, Autumn in red with 2, and Rachel in purple with 2. And just to explain your quandary, that ball that you were wondering about did actually go into the red zone, Michael.
All right, so 3-2, showing just what we have in store for our players today. Intense competition. Look right there is Nick on that last one. On the way back down, takes it with his hand and throws it into the blue section. How did it feel to go head-to-head against the other players in this event?
Well, it was good, and I tried to get the ball, get over there because my head got stuck on the last one. and I had to hit it.
Now, it was a great second effort on that. When you were reaching back, was it hard to do that last one?
Oh, yes, real hard, real tiring, and real hard to jump up there.
All right, we'll give you a chance to take a rest while we check out our leaderboard. Mo.
Mike, first place in our events is worth 300 points. That goes to Nick in blue. And tied in second place with 200 points each, Autumn in red and Rachel in purple.
I mean, come on. I mean, this is high up here. These people are jumping high, at least 12 feet in the air. Elastic Sports, come on. Time for Spill Your Guts.
Quick Nick Ledvora is a 13-year-old skate rat. When Nick isn't skateboarding on vertical ramps, he's looking for a challenge. For Nick, guts equals loyalty.
All right, well, we'll see if the skate rat's loyal to soccer strategy in our next, again, free kick. Our players are going to be getting in these goals right here, and they're going to be balls coming at them one after the other pretty hard. Yowza, they're going to stop those. Let's go to Mo.
Careful. In this event, each player will have 45 seconds to defend their goal against two cannons shooting soccer balls at them. Players must stay in their zone at all times, and the player who blocks the most balls wins. Players, on your mark, please. Get set.
All right, and so we take a look at all our players, and Quick Nick, the skate rat in blue, getting the first two, and a couple others right there. Reaction time extremely important in this event as we take a look at Atomic Autumn and then Rachel Wildcat. Wheaton getting her claws into a few right there. 26 seconds left. Our players have got to show their versatility, agility in this event right here. Different than our first event, Elastic Sports. They got to be able to move from side to side. They got to get their hands up and down quickly because those cannons are shooting soccer balls one after the other for 45 seconds straight. It looks like the skate rat right behind purple. That's Wildcat, Rachel. All right, so both the Wildcat and in purple, that's Rachel, and Quick Nick in blue. Good scoring on that last event. Let's find out our official results. Mo.
In first place, Rachel in purple blocking 21. In second place, Nick in blue knocking 18. In third place, Autumn in red blocking 9. We had to discredit a number of Autumn's blocks because she stepped out of her zone.
All right, so we take a look at Quick Nick taking second place in this event. Look at how his reaction time is. He is right on the balls of his feet and ready for all soccer balls. And then Rachel using her hands very well and sacrificing her body. Oh, right there with her knees. Nice work for the Wildcat taking first place points in that last event. And Atomic Autumn, she had stepped out of her box on a few of those, so that gave her third place points. Let's go to Mo and check out our leaderboard. Mo.
We have a tie in first place right now. Both Nick in blue and Rachel in purple have 500 points. In third place, Autumn in red with 300 points.
So after two events, a tie for first place. Only 200 points for between our next player. You come up, pool activity next. Welcome back to Guts, the action sports show that asks, do you have it? The Extreme Arena getting ready for our next event. Right now it's time for Spill Your Guts.
Atomic Autumn Smith is a 13-year-old who is willing to do anything. That usually means entering dance competitions and winning medals for the 200-yard dash. For Autumn, guts equals going for it.
All right, and our players ready for our next event, a pool event, Invisible Boats. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to have nothing but their own power and this paddle right here. Yeah, they're going to power themselves across the pool with this paddle. Let's just see how they do. Let's get the rules from Mo.
Mike, at the sound of my whistle, each player will paddle themselves across the pool. They must touch the edge of the pool with their paddle to end the race. Best time wins. On your mark, get set.
Okay, so they got to fight those rapids, and Nick in there with a good push-off, trying to continue his momentum as he makes it across the pool. Good power right here. Great strength, but having some trouble right here. The final portion, he needs to stretch across and touch. And he does right there. And the judges relaying the time to Mo. Mo, what was Nick's time?
Nick's time was 16.6 seconds, Mike.
All right, let's take a look at the replay right here for Nick, who went into this event tied for first place with Rachel. As he's struggling right here at the last portion, but with the stretch right there, doesn't touch at the first first try, but with the second try, gets a touch and he'll get a little bit dried off. Looks like Autumn is ready.
We're just giving her a paddle, Mike, and getting her on the edge of the pool. On your mark, get set.
All right, so Autumn, the Atomic Autumn, living up to her nickname with a nuclear blast across the pool, folks. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I've ever seen anybody get across the pool faster. Let's go to Mo for the result.
We nearly missed her, Mike. 6.8 seconds.
6.8 seconds. Look at this push-off. And as she keeps her legs running across the water, hardly even touching the water. Those rapids not slowing her down a moment. And she just comes barreling into the other end of the pool. What a finish for her. That's Autumn, and it looks like Rachel's ready.
On your mark, get set.
Okay, and so Rachel across the pool. Let's see if she can beat 6.8. Look at Rachel. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the time to beat was 6.8. Rachel, let's go to Mo.
Well, she beat it. She came in at 5.3 seconds. That puts Rachel in first place, Autumn in second place, Nick in third place.
All right, so Rachel with fantastic performance right here. We've got her by the pool, and we've got her talking right here on that last event. 6.8 was an unbelievable time. What were you thinking going into that event?
Well, I knew that I had to get across the pool fast, and I had to kick my legs out forward and not get them in behind me. That's pretty much it.
All right, fantastic. So 6.8 the time you had to beat. You got 5.3. Let's take a look at the replay, and you can describe for us what happened right here as you were coming across for this final stretch.
At one point, I had hit my toe on the paddle, and then I knew that would probably slow me down, so I stuck the paddle out and hit the side.
All right, so your choice with the final stretch right there, really the difference between you and Atomic Autumn. Let's go to Mo and check out our final, or no, not our final, what am I saying? Our third event leaderboard standings. Mo.
Steady there, Mike. Rachel is in the lead right now with 800 points. In second place, Nick in blue is 600 points. In third place, Autumn in red with 500 points.
All right, folks. Great event so far. And now it's time once again for Spill Your Guts.
Rachel Wildcat Wheaton is often found in high places. Whether she's on the roof of a building or on the top of the uneven bars, the Wildcat remains sure-footed. For Rachel, guts equals force.
Well, sure-footed, perfect for our next event, the longest yard, another elastic sports event. And our players, 20, and 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Where are your players going to put their feet? We'll find out right now. Let's go to Mo.
Mike, each of our players will have 3 jumps. Both feet must land in the sand, otherwise the jump will be disqualified. Best jump counts for each player. Longest jump wins. Are we ready up there? On your mark, get set.
All right, so that's Nick jumping first with a good leap off the bridge and putting his feet down. Now remember, they take the back portion of where his feet land, and he will get 3 jumps. We'll take the best jump out of the 3. The judge is measuring this one right now, and we'll go to Mo for the results. Mo.
Nick jumped 12 feet 8 inches, Mike.
All right, 12-8, good initial jump, and he's got his momentum down. Let's see what he can do in the second one.
On your mark, get set.
All right, so Nick, with good lead, putting both his feet down. Oh, maybe a slight improvement as Nick taking a look back at his jump right there. Again, our judges will be measuring. It doesn't look, as you can see, that blue flag right by where it was. It looked like it was behind the blue flag. Let's go to Mo.
Nick's second jump, 12 feet 7 inches.
Okay, so 12-8, still his best jump. Let's see what he can do in his third one.
On your mark, get set.
You need an initial thrust off the ground there, and it looks like an improvement right there. Slightly, although I may be wrong, as they're putting it right in front of the blue flag. Looks like an improvement right there. I can hardly talk down here. Well, let's go to Mo and find out. Mo.
Nick's third and best jump, 12 feet 10 inches.
All right, so there's an improvement for Nick right there, 12-10. And he goes into this event with 600 points, and it looks like Atomic Autumn is ready.
On your mark, get set.
All right, let's see what kind of nuclear blast she can put out there. And her first jump right there. As Autumn gets back up, the judge is taking a look. It doesn't look like it's enough to beat 12-10. And we will go to Mo and get the results. Mo.
Autumn's first jump, 9 feet 8 inches, Mike.
All right, 9 feet 8 inches as they rake over her last foot marks.
On your mark, get set.
And Autumn ready, both feet on the ground squarely, and thrusting herself forward. That's a definite improvement right there. So planting both feet in the sand that time and letting herself ride that crest of power. Let's go to Mo.
Autumn's second jump, 13 feet 6 inches, Mike.
Well, fantastic for Autumn. She's now in first place, and she's got one more to improve on that.
On your mark, get set.
All right, Autumn with some power, and there's a better improvement, if that's official, folks. A definite improvement on her last jump, and it looks to be somewhere around 14 feet something. I don't know. We'll go to Mo and find out the exact mark. Mo?
Here's her exact mark, Mike. It was 14 feet 7 inches, her best mark.
Well, slightly under a 2-foot improvement on Nick's best jump, and Rachel, our leader going into this event, is ready.
On your mark, get set.
Well, her nickname's the Wildcat, and powering her way, so as she was going through the air, did not put her feet down initially, and when she did try to put her feet down, she was hanging from the air and unable to reach the sand. So on that jump, Mo?
Indeed, her first jump was disqualified. She did not land in the sand.
She's ready for jump number 2.
On your mark, get set.
All right, let's see what Rachel can do on this one. Putting her feet on the ground, good jump, putting both feet down, but it does not look like an improvement on the 14.7 mark that Autumn had. As they take a measurement right there, you can see it's behind Nick's blue flag. We'll go to Mo and get the exact mark, Mo.
Rachel's second jump, 11 feet 4.
Okay, so if Rachel wants the first place points on this one, she's going to have to beat 14.7 on her last jump.
On your mark, get set.
All right, and so Rachel leaping through the air, putting her feet down, and it doesn't look like it was enough to overtake Autumn's first place mark, but it might be enough to overtake Nick's second place mark. Let's go to Mo and find out the official results, Mo.
Rachel's third and best jump, 13 feet 3 inches. That puts Autumn in first place, Rachel in second place, Nick in third place.
All right, and so take a look right here as Nick up and flying through the air. Nice for him as he let his body coast through the air. And we have Autumn right here. Now, Autumn, you went into that last event in third place. You got first place points. How do you feel about that?
I feel really great. It was really hard because you had to push down at the bottom and bring your legs up. It was really hard.
We're going to take a look at the replay right now. If you could describe for us what was happening in this last jump you took. As you went off the bridge, what were you thinking?
I was thinking, I gotta get this. I really want to get first place.
And you really got it, and you really got first place points. In fact, 300 points. So let's go to Mo and check out where you stand before the crag.
Well, Rachel is leading right now with 1,000 points. In second place, Autumn with 800 points. And third place, Nick with 700 points.
And so, on the longest yard, not one snag, folks. Now it's time to climb the crag. Stick around, crag coming on. Well, welcome back to Guts, ladies and gentlemen, where our score will show that this game is far from over. Let's go to Mo. Mo.
After 4 events, Rachel in purple is in the lead with 1,000 points. In second place, Autumn in red with 800 points. In third place, Nick in blue with 700 points.
That's right, folks. All of our players have got at least one first place finish here today. And it was Nick in jump ball with the second effort right there, knocking the ball into the blue section. Rachel coming back in free kick with nice agility, patience, coordination. She put it all together for a first place finish in free kick, and then came back in invisible boat and ran across the water with wonderful power, creating her own wake as she stretches for the finish and took first place. And then Autumn, not to be counted out, with an atomic super blast right through the longest yard event, taking first place points and 300 points. And that's a look at how they got there. Now our players go head to head with our most mountainous challenge, the Aggro Crag. Ladies and gentlemen, our crag is full of different surprises each day, and it's been growing. Now it covers over 3,580 square feet of surface area. The race begins in Boulder Canyon, our 6-foot rock ledge, which stands between them and the first actuator. And our players can trigger obstacles like floods, avalanches, snowstorms, loose ledges, and rolling rocks, all while they climb. Of course, the sound and fury of a living mountain is enough to get our players revved up for this event. Let's go to Mo for the rules. Mo.
Players will start at the sound of my whistle. Each player has an identical side of the mountain to climb and may not cross into another player's path. Now, during their climb, our players must light up each of 8 targets located on their side of the crag. The first player to activate all of the targets, including the final one at the peak of the mountain, will receive first place points. Mike.
All right, and so as our players get ready and fired up to climb the crag, let me remind you that the points have skyrocketed in this final event, the Aggro Crag. Third place being worth 375 points, second place 550 points, and first a whopping 725 points. Who will get to the top of our Aggro Crag first? Who will bring home the gold medal, and who will be able to take home with them a glowing piece of our rock? Let's go to Mo for the kickoff.
Players, on your mark, get set.
And that whistle signals the beginning climb up Boulder Canyon as we take a look at Rachel. And there in red is Autumn. Nick in blue missed his first actuator, hustling for his second actuator. Also, Rachel missed her first actuator. Autumn's in the lead right now, folks, as the rocks come tumbling down on her first. Atomic Autumn having trouble on those ledges right there. And it looks like all of our players, it looks like Nick, after missing the first actuator, is hustling up. He's having trouble at the top. But Nick getting in there first. Coming up second. Who's it going to be? It looks like Rachel has missed an actuator. And Autumn will lock in second. Rachel going back down. Must hit that final actuator. And showing that she has the guts to finish. Will continue her climb up the crag and lock in with third place points. Let's go to Mo for our results on that one. Mo.
In first place on the Aggro Crag, Nick in blue. In second place, Autumn in red. In third place, Rachel in purple.
And so there, a look at our standings on that one. Take a look right here. Is Nick jumping off Boulder Canyon. Completely blows off the first actuator. Realizes it, then goes back and locks in and hits his first actuator and continued his climb. And right now, it was a tie between Autumn and Nick. And Autumn tried to go up that ledge, slipping right there. Nick locking in, struggling at the end, but locking in first with first place points, followed by Autumn for second, and Rachel locking in third. Let's go to Mo and check out our final leaderboard standings.
The Aggro Crag making it very close today, Mike. In third place, Autumn in red, 1,350 points. In second place, Rachel in purple, 1,375 points. Our winner today, Nick in blue, 1,425 points.
Only 75 points between Autumn and Nick. So Autumn gets the bronze, ladies and gentlemen. The silver goes to Rachel. And folks, the gold medal goes to Nick. Coming into the Aggro Crag in third place. He took the crag. He gets the rocks. No ifs, ands, or buts. These kids got guts. Do you have it?
All Guts players compete in Reebok athletic shoes and reminds you that on Planet Reebok there are no limits.
Guts was recorded in front of a live audience in Nickelodeon Studios at Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida.